Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, welcome. My name is Olga. In today's video, we are going to be making some honey tea bombs, so let's go ahead and get started. So a few of you were asking if I can make a tea bomb with some honey, and in this video, oh hello, in this video I replaced the honey with the corn syrup. So if you want to know how to make a tea bomb with corn syrup instead of honey, you can go ahead and check that out. I'll leave the link right here for you and also in the description box below. We are going to be needing 1/3 cup of honey for this recipe, as well as 1 cup of sugar. This recipe is similar to my original tea bomb recipe, with the exception that I am using only 2 tablespoons of water. You will be needing a candy thermometer for this, and instead of making it to the hard crack stage, I took my sugar off the heat at 280 degrees, which I will show you in a second. These are the teas that I'm using that I enjoy with honey, as well as the flowers that I used in my last video and the glitter that can be found on Amazon. I will leave the recipe and the link to all these items in the description box below. Some food dye to dye our tea bags, as well as a pot. You're definitely going to need your molds. In this video I did spice things up and I have a heart mold, but I also am going to be using my sphere molds. These are pretty much all the materials. Here are my little Reptar hands. Let's go ahead and go to the stove. Oh, just kidding. We're going to be filling our molds first, just because when the sugar is done, you want to quickly pour it in before it hardens. So I'm just putting in my edible flowers and glitter to decorate the mold before the sugar is done. I just want to mention that you do not have to decorate your tea bomb. I think they look lovely even without any decoration, but this just kind of gives them a special touch and makes them unique. Alright, so now we are at the stove. We have the heat on medium-high. I'm going to pour in the sugar, and unlike the other recipe, this one is a little more forgiving and we are going to be stirring it. So we're going to add our 2 tablespoons of water after, as well as our 1/3 cup of honey. Just going to pour that in there. Make sure you get everything out of the measuring cup, because we all know honey is not the cheapest thing to buy. So just make sure that you pour it all in there, which is obviously what I'm doing, scraping that spatula back and forth. Every drop counts. So now what we're going to do, I'm just going to mix around our honey with a wooden spoon. And unlike the other recipe, this one we are going to be stirring it until the sugar dissolves. And the heat is still at medium-high. So once your sugar is dissolved, you are going to let it boil. Once it reaches a boil, you can stick the candy thermometer in the pot. And I actually lowered my heat to medium while it was boiling. And please, please, please be very careful. The sugar and the honey in here are super, super hot, and I wouldn't want you to get hurt. So you do have to keep an eye on it so that the sugar and the honey don't boil over, but I had no problem with it. And instead of waiting for the sugar to get to the hard crack stage, I actually took it out of the heat at 290 degrees, just because I wasn't going to put it in an ice bath. So the next step, you're going to be super careful, very, very careful while pouring in your honey into the molds, as I am doing right now. It does look a little foamy, but it does not stay like that. When you are done pouring in the honey into the molds, you're going to use the same technique and swirl around the honey all around the mold. Don't worry if it pours over a little bit like mine did, because later on I'll show you that that piece, when it hardens, it just snaps off. So right here I am just making sure I get all of the edges inside so that when I take it out the mold, it is a very even edge and there is no problem when I'm trying to put them together. Right here I am just filling our sphere molds and I'm using the same technique, swirl it around. The only thing that I am doing different that I didn't show you before was I'm going to pour the sugar honey mixture out when I'm done reaching all the edges, just so your tea balm won't be super thick and won't take a long time to dissolve in the water, which I had trouble in the past with, and I know some of you are having trouble with that as well. So it's important to try to get your tea balm as thinly layered as possible, because the thicker the tea balm, the longer it is going to take to dissolve in the water. So that step just ensures that your tea balm isn't as thick and makes it easier for it to dissolve. So I'm just filling up the last few. I did only put glitter on the tops of the tea balms. You can put it all around if you want, but that's just what I prefer. I'm going to put it in the fridge for about 10 minutes. One way to clean out your pot is just fill it up with water, let it boil, and all of that should come right out. Up here, I'm just going to show you how I prepare my tea bags. We're going to go ahead and open up your tea if it is in a pouch, and I'm going to take off the little tag that's on it. I'm going to show you later, if you want to leave them on, how that would look. I'm just showing you the little cute quotes because some of them have really cute quotes. I didn't want to toss it out without showing you. And here is a little bit of red and blue dye, just so that when the tea balm is in the water, it diffuses into a beautiful purple. Do the same with this one. I'm going to take it out, take the little tag off, and I'm just going to put a little bit of yellow since it is a lemon ginger tea. Alright, next up, oh, stop. Stop right now. Thank you very much. Alright, let me get back to the stuff. Alright, that was lame. Right here, I'm just showing you that the little pieces just come right off. So there was no need to worry about being a little bit messy when it came to the pouring. They just snap right off, and it's really satisfying to watch that, and also when you're at home and you're doing it, it's super satisfying to take them right off. I mean, just look at that big piece. You're just waiting for it to come off. Oof, chills. I'm saving that extra just so you can use it in some of your regular tea that's not in a tea balm. And they should come out the mold super easy. And look how beautiful they are. I can't get over how stunning these look. They're really simple to make. So I'm just going to go ahead and take all of them out of the mold and show you how they're coming out while my neighbor's dogs bark in the background. Sorry about that. Yeah, that was me almost dropping them. I have really bad experience with dropping my, and if you have no idea what I'm talking about, go ahead and check out my hot chocolate bombs and that'll fill you in. Right there, I was just showing you that the edges are nice and smooth, so they should connect very easy when we put them together. And here I'm just going to fill in our tea bombs with the tea bags. Super easy. The mold might be a little sticky, but don't worry. Just when you store them, do not put them on top of a like napkin or a towel because they may stick. It's best to put them in a Tupperware or something like that. Right here I am showing you the option if you want to keep the little tea bag string with a cute little quote. We're just going to wrap it around and leave it leave the little piece hanging out of the balm. To decorate the inside of the balm, I'm going to add some flowers inside. And I already had matched the flower that I want with the tea. So this one is the peachy honey. There's the purple for the bedtime. The flowers are optional. You don't need to add flowers to make them look beautiful, but it does add a very unique and special touch to them. I'm going to add some glitter, just a little, that much. A little bit of glitter in each. And this is how they look right now. I don't know why I had to risk showing you guys and picking them up because I'm a little clumsy. But next up, we are going to seal them. So these edges are smooth, so I shouldn't have any trouble putting them together. But if you do have a little bit of a rough edge, you can heat the edge off before filling the balm. So the way we are going to close the balm, we're going to have a heated pan and put one of the sides on the heated pan to get it a little sticky. And we are just going to place it right over our filled one, and they should stick together fairly easy, just like this. And I'm going to repeat the process for the rest of my honey tea balms. Just be careful with the pan. It should be hot enough to melt your sugar mold, but just be careful to not burn yourself. And the process is the same for the heart. Just be careful that you close it evenly. And that's all there is to it. They are super easy to make and they're beautiful as gifts. Valentine's Day is coming up, so the heart-shaped one will definitely come in handy if you have a tea lover in your life. It's important that your water is hot to make sure that it does melt the sugar shell. It does take a couple of minutes for the shell to completely dissolve, but that's no problem because your tea needs to steep anyway. I'm going to go ahead and sign off right here. So thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe and share this video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like. Let me know what you want to see from me next in the comments below. And yeah, I hope everyone is staying safe and having a beautiful day. I'll see you guys in my next video.